Welcome to Enthink's Taxonomy Manager demo. Taxonomy Manager leverages WSM's native categories and keywords. It can be used seamlessly with any project, allowing you to evolve your existing structured metadata into more powerful hierarchical taxonomies. First, we'll see how taxonomy can be centrally defined and managed. Administrators can access the administration screen from the project node of the Smart Tree interface. This interface consists of two tabs. Under the Edit Plugin settings, you can define project-specific configurations, including the behavior of the assignment experience, such as legacy behavior, allowing authors to apply categories to content, and how the labeling interface auto-expands facet selections. In the main Manage Taxonomy tab, the two panels represent the listing of categories on the left, and the listing of keywords of the selected category on the right. We will start by adding a new top-level category, also called a facet, to the system and name it Animals. Notice here that you can optionally add a name that is specific to this language. The language whose translation can be added depends upon the current language selected in the project. Next, we'll add a new keyword to our newly created category. Within Animals, we want to represent the dog breeds. There are two ways to approach this. I will create both and later show how this affects the taxonomy assignment interface. The first approach is to create a subcategory for dogs. Then to create breed categories within. For example, Boxer and Collie. Now we have a dog subcategory with a Boxer and Collie breed selectable within. This approach suggests that the list of breeds is exhaustive and that some specific breed must be selected for something to be a dog. Because categories are not taggable, they are just there for organization. The second approach is to create a general dog keyword under Animals and create this breed's sub-keywords. We're going to select Animals and create a new keyword, Dog, and now sub-keywords for the breeds. This approach allows authors to tag content with a specific breed, or if no breeds from the list apply, to just tag something with a generic dog keyword. And now it's time to save our changes. Either we could use the Save button to stay on the interface, or we could press OK to save and exit. In this case, authors need to be involved in managing taxonomy. This is also accessible from Smart Edit. When I open any foundation page, as long as I have the rights, I can launch Taxonomy Manager. And here are the keywords we've created. Now that we are in Smart Edit, editing a page, we will explore through the Taxonomy Assignment interface. This is launched through a plugin. I'm going to go to Plugins and launch Taxonomy Manager. In this interface, we will see all of our facets show up as boxes, which can be expanded. And we will see all the keywords and subcategories inside. By default, Taxonomy Manager only expands boxes which have items tagged within, but there are settings to always keep them collapsed or expanded when the interface is open. This interface gives you the ability to tag everything, if you want to start out with everything tagged, or only remove what you don't want. Or it allows you to untag everything, or to reset it to original state before the interface was launched. Additionally, every top-level category or facet allows you to tag everything with it or clear it out. This is where we can see the hierarchical tagging behavior and the differences between our two approaches for creating the dog or dogs part of taxonomy. In the first case, where we created a dogs subcategory, selecting Boxer or Collie has nothing to do with affecting any other keyword. But in the case of creating dog as a keyword with sub-keywords, hierarchical tagging starts to apply. Meaning that if I select Boxer, because Boxer is a sub-keyword of dog, dog is automatically selected. If you deselect dog, it will automatically deselect all the selected keywords. If you deselect dog, it will automatically deselect all the selected keywords. And this works across any levels of nesting within the taxonomy. We will apply a couple of keywords and see how the default interface behavior works. In a product page, a region can be defined here. Select North America and select Edmonton. this automatically selects Alberta and Canada. This is an example of multi-level hierarchical tagging. If I were to select more, it will keep selecting them. If I were to deselect Canada, it will clear all the nested keywords into any level. We're going to leave it at Edmonton, press OK, and relaunch this interface. Now the facets that don't have anything tagged start off collapsed, and the ones that do start out open. This is where I can go and start making a bunch of changes to my taxonomy. And if I don't like what I've done, I can always revert it to the way it was when I first launched it. The next thing I would like to show is how you can use Taxonomy Manager to drive content structure on your site. Here, I've created a new press release about this demo, but instead of writing all the content and manually connecting it to all the right side teasers, I could do this using Taxonomy. First, we will make sure that our right side teasers are showing the Taxonomy Manager related teasers for this section. Taxonomy Manager is available through the Container Editing menu. All I have to do is define the content type, which in our case is going to be the teaser section, and then what product it should be related to. In this case, it is Taxonomy Manager. I also want to check that all keyword assignments are required. This means that it needs to be related to Taxonomy Manager and be a teaser section. Press OK. And now the Taxonomy Manager teaser is automatically showing up in the right rail. Any new teasers that are created and assigned with Taxonomy Manager will show up here automatically. We can fill in the main content using Taxonomy by managing the main content container. As before, Content Manager is integrated here. From content type, we're going to select body content. And from products, we want it to be anything related to Taxonomy Manager. Here, we have automatically populated all of the Taxonomy Manager sections that are set up to be reused across the site. The same idea can be used to drive navigations, list of links, and even sections like this home news. Lastly, we will cover some Taxonomy Manager administration relating to content classes. For this, administrators have to go to Smart Tree, where content classes are administered. Select the content class. In this case, we're just going to set taxonomy rules for right side teaser content. Select the right side teaser, and then we'll launch Taxonomy Manager from the right side. Here we have a very similar interface to tagging with one exception. This defines pre-assigned keywords or default ones as opposed to keywords actually tagged to content. This means that any new content that is created will be automatically tagged with keywords that are set here as long as it is a right side teaser. We select content type, we have a teaser section, and we set this as a pre-assigned keyword. Next, we will go to the second tab, which is Set Mandatory Category, and define some options regarding keyword requirements and which top-level categories or facets are authors allowed to tag this kind of content with. We will identify that every right-side teaser has to be related to some product. We can define which top-level categories are not taggable, and in this case, the new one we created for testing animals can be disabled, and the region can be disabled as well. Now, when I'm tagging right-side teaser content, the only two categories that are going to be available are content type and products. We will save that. Now, when we go back to Smart Edit and edit any right-side teaser, you'll get a warning that this page is not tagged with a product type. Let's go ahead and fix that. This also tells you that the product category is required. Now I'll say Smart Form here, and I'll make sure that it is tagged with teaser section. If I were to create a new teaser, it would automatically be tagged with this content because I've set pre-assigned keywords. But note that the change that I made only applies to teaser content. If I were to go and change the taxonomy for this page, here all the facets are available. This allows us to do multiple taxonomies by setting certain content to only allow certain facets of a central taxonomy. And last but not least, administrators and developers can also configure listings and containers in the context of content classes to pre-configure their behaviors and limitations when being assigned by authors. To do this, you have to go to Smart Tree, select a content class, and in this case, we'll do it to news listings. Select the list, And now when we launch Taxonomy Manager, we get to pre-assign the keywords by which this container will pull in shared content by default. We could even preset that all keyword assignments are required. If I wanted to make every news listing by default bring in all news items, I would go to Content Type and select News Article. And just in case someone wants to add additional information such as what product is related, I would also select all keyword assignments required. Now, every single time I create a new news listing, it will automatically bring in all news items and allow authors to filter that further. This concludes our demo. Thank you for watching.